Adept Technology Consulting is proud to be joining the drill team family as the exclusive IT professionals for New York State Fire Department drill teams. Adept delivers computer and technology support to fire departments, EMS agencies, businesses, villages, and libraries throughout the tri-state area. In addition to computer support and knowledge, Adept also provides IP telephone and camera solutions, as well as a variety of technology assistance packages, all with 24-hour support. No IT problem is too little or too large for Adept. For more information or to speak to an IT professional, call 631-676-1756 or head to adept-techconsulting.com. Decker Dan's Designs is proud to present high-quality items engraved to represent your team or department. Specializing in tumblers, keychains, hats, team logo, trailer hitch covers, plaques, leather patches, and more, all with endless possibilities. To check out their products or to speak with someone from the team, reach out on social media to Decker Dan's Designs or email at deckerdansdesigns@gmail today. BigBucksMania.com. Get ready for the Middle Island Fire Department's Big Bucks Mania Party and Raffle on Sunday, June 1st, 2025. Over $32,000 in prizes and 22 chances to win, including a top prize of $15,000. Tickets are only $100, and your entry includes a delicious barbecue, door prizes, and live music featuring Sweet Ride, all starting at 1 p.m. Don't miss out on the fun, the food, and the
Check 1 2 1 2 3 1 2 3 4. Check.
BigBucksMania.com. Get ready for the Middle Island Fire Department's Big Bucks Mania Party and Raffle on Sunday, June 1st, 2025. Over $32,000 in prizes.
Check 1 2 1 2 1 2. Check 1 2 1 2. Test 1 2 1 2.
BigBucksMania.com. Get ready for the Middle Island Fire Department's Big Bucks Mania Party and Raffle on Sunday, June 1st, 2025. Over $32,000 in prizes and 22 chances to win, including a top prize of $15,000. Tickets are only $100, and your entry includes the delicious barbecue, door prizes, and live music featuring Sweet Ride, all starting at 1 p.m. Don't miss out on the fun, the food, and the fortune. Most important, you do not need to be present to win, so the Middle Island Fire Department invites fans from across the country to buy in using their convenient and secure online purchasing system. Head to BigBucksMania.com to pick your ticket number and to get in on the action. As well as a variety of technology assistance packages, all with 24-hour support. No IT problem is too little or too large for Adept. For more information or to speak to an IT professional, call 631-676-1756 or head to adept-techconsulting.com. Decker Dan's Designs is proud to present high-quality items engraved to represent your team or department. Specializing in tumblers, keychains, hats, team logo, trailer hitch covers, plaques, leather patches, and more, all with endless possibilities. To check out their products or to speak with someone from the team, reach out on social media to Decker Dan's Designs or email at deckerdansdesigns@gmail today. The Bill Fox Company has been in business for over 70 years, specializing in custom championship rings, watches, badges, pins, and awards. The Bill Fox Company has crafted championship rings for past state champions, including the Westerners, Flying Dutchmen, Hobos, Wolves, Yellow Hornets, Piston Knockers, as well as the Firefighter Combat Challenge. Bill Fox Company is the recognized name in recognizing people. Check them out on Facebook, Twitter, and on the web at www.billfoxco.com. ProLiner Rescue has been serving the fire, EMS, and police industry for over 25 years. As the exclusive Long Island dealers for KME, Wheeled Coach, Road Rescue, and Demers, ProLiner's factory-certified sales and service technicians ensure customers are ready to respond at any moment. The full-service body shop can handle all of your paint, collision, and fabrication needs. In addition, ProLiner's electrical technicians build the most extensive and high-quality conversion vehicles available. Don't forget, they also love a great B or C truck restoration. Check them out at ProLinerRescue.com and let ProLiner help build your next vehicle.
The Titan Group is the trusted name in apparel customization industry as a one-stop shop for all your drill team and department needs. As always, we offer all our in-house services, screen printing, embroidery, sublimation, and graphic design. Take advantage of our custom online ordering system. Simply choose your products, choose your logos, and have your members pay online. All your orders are separated upon delivery. Browse our vendor catalogs at www.titangrouapparel.com and follow us on Instagram at Titan Group Racing. Call us at 631-859-0075 or see Artie Seskine or Devin Robinson on the track. All 8, all day. Gear up, get on. The Titan Group.
MES is the official SCBA dealer for New York State Fire Department drill teams. Beyond the track, MES is proud to provide premium support throughout the purchase and maintenance of your 3M Scott SCBA. With a combined 5,600 years of first responder experience and 8,000 certified training hours nationwide, Municipal Emergency Services delivers unmatched service and product knowledge. Check them out at www.mesfire.com for details and information. The instantaneous, on-scene electronic personnel accountability system used by FDNY, New Rochelle, Eastchester, and many other fire departments nationwide is now available from Systems Definition Incorporated or your local Motorola dealer. SDI is a well-known software application developer for FDNY and is the company behind this game-changing patented technology. SDI has paired with New York fire departments, including Central Islip, to solve the challenge for accounting for members who respond after the tones go off. And new this year, SDI has integrated SCBA data from your Scott SCBA systems. This new capability will further improve fireground safety by providing pass alarm and air remaining directly to the command post in an easy-to-view format. Track your members and organize your fireground activities with a proven solution designed with the New York State Volunteer Fire Department in mind. For more information, visit systemsdefinition.com. As the longest-running sponsor of the New York State Fire Department Drill Team's live broadcast, High Tech Fire and Safety is fired up for another summer of heart-pounding action on the track. Since 1989, High Tech is the exclusive home of Morning Pride bunker gear, the gold standard in firefighter protection. High Tech is your source for the full product lines from Genesis, Mercedes, Elkhart, Toxic Suppression, and more. High Tech is your one-stop shop for a full range of helmets, hoods, boots, and gloves. To check out a product in your firehouse or to speak with one of their friendly team members, reach out at 631-777-5170 or visit hightechfireny.com. H2M Architects and Engineers is a full-service consulting and design firm with a dedicated team that has over 200 years of combined experience serving the emergency services industry. No one understands the needs of first responders better than fellow service members, and H2M is proud to count several of their own staff among them. Whether it's a rehabilitation project or new construction, each design considers the responder's workflow, enabling safer operations and faster response times when it matters most. H2M is proud of their long history of client service and consistent ability to meet architectural, engineering, and environmental challenges head-on while offering a practical approach with creative results. Remember, quality response deserves quality design. For more information, please visit www.h2m.com. Fire Rescue Systems has been in the fire industry for over 20 years and is proud to show their support for New York State Fire Department drill teams. Serving the NY area with a complete software solution for emergency service entities, FRS software is efficient and easy to use, making it ideal for emergency situations. With a wide array of fine-tuned and tested modules, FRS provides a modular-based system to fit every department's needs, regardless of size. For more information, please visit www.firerescuesystems.com or call 631-234-1304. Attention firefighters. Want to see the latest in thermal imaging? Contact your local MES sales representative to arrange a live demonstration of the Seek Attack Pro, now NFPA certified. The Attack Pro's mixed gain mode allows firefighters to see detail in the hottest and coolest regions of the scene at the same time without freezing and switching modes. Mixed gain simplifies and improves thermal imaging for the fire service. For a limited time, MES is offering an exclusive promotion. Every purchase of an Attack Pro comes with a complimentary apparatus charger. Head to www.mesfire.com for details and information. Integrated Wireless Technologies is proud to be the exclusive Motorola dealer for New York State Fire Department drill teams. IWT offers the full line of Motorola products to fire departments, as well as David Clark headsets and sound-off signal emergency lights. IWT is your one-stop shop for custom-engineered radio solutions, licensing assistance, dispatch solutions, and top-notch reliable service with fully insured technicians. Start off your next radio upgrade with IWT. Check out their website at www.goiwt.com. Looking for something exciting and educational for the whole family? The Nassau County Firefighters Museum in Garden City has something for everyone. Kids can play on the fire trucks, dress up in gear, and spend an interactive day learning fire safety. For all of you New York State Fire Department drill team enthusiasts out there, come visit the Great Neck Alerts Vega C Truck and the Hewlett Smoky Stovers B Truck on display at the museum, alongside classic films from the 60s, 70s, and 80s. An educational and interactive experience for all, open 7 days a week for July and August. Visit them today. For more information, check out ncfiremuseum.org. The Long Island Firefighters Legislative Committee was formed by Suffolk and Nassau firefighters to fight for what matters to you. This organization acts as a conduit to our New York State and federal lawmakers to ensure that firefighters across the island are protected and treated with respect. In past years, the Long Island Firefighters Legislative Committee has helped to usher in the Ambulance Recovery Bill into law, which will deliver a much-needed new stream of revenue to fire departments big and small. For more info on the Long Island Firefighters Legislative Committee and how you can help, contact Bill Thies at 631-466-6069. Long Island Firefighters Legislative Committee. Since 1973, Fire News has been a proud supporter of the time-honored tradition of New York State drill team racing. As they approach 50 years covering the fire service throughout New York and beyond, Fire News is honored to continue as the official publication and online coverage of the New York State drill teams. Look for ongoing coverage in Fire News on firenews.com and on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram.
it's a preseason show. 2025. My mic's already jumping on me, but here we go. Me, myself, Billy Cornell, Paulie Susskind here to start the season off. What do you think,
I'll
Paul?
tell you what, we're at the Suffolk County Drill Officials fundraiser. If you guys are out there listening, stop on down to Fatty McGee's, best racing bar in all the sport, right? Come on down, support the Suffolk officials, and hang out for a little radio show. You know, you got the wings flowing, you got the beer flowing, everything's going to be all right, Billy.
At least for today, it's the best one. But we all know that Shamrock Jacks gives them a shout upstate.
Oh, come on now. Well, does Point Pleasant think that? Do they think that Shamrock Jacks can hold a candle to this place?
Oh, I know we can.
I know. Well, you slept there a couple nights, but I'll tell you what. On a regular basis, do they get the crowd for a tournament like Fatty's gets afterwards?
I wouldn't know.
I don't know either. Maybe they don't have enough tournaments. How many tournaments do they have in Point Pleasant? 2 a year?
2 a year.
Two? Is it two?
Seabreeze.
Point Pleasant Seabreeze?
Yeah.
Right?
There you go.
But I know when everybody comes into town, they head over to Shamrock Jacks there, and it's a great time. I was lucky enough to be there one time myself, and if you ever get a chance to go away to a drill outside of Long Island, or if you're a Long Islander, man, go to Point Pleasant. What a beautiful setup, right? That track down in the valley right there, and then you go over Shamrock Jacks and have a good time.
I mean, I've been going over there for years and years, and you think we went up there during COVID. We went up the arch. I literally do a broadcast every year from that track. I stay with the Thomases. You'd think that maybe I get invited to the kid's wedding.
Oh,
But
you didn't get
I
invited?
don't get invited. But
You didn't get
but
invited?
the big guy from NLFD gets the invite.
Oh, well, come on now.
Wow, he goes up there once.
No, he's been there a
Wow.
couple times.
I tell you, just gotta get that off my chest right at the bat, Eric Thompson. I know it's not your fault, Mark. I'm sure you were telling Eric.
He gave him lots of shots of Grand Marnier at the Christmas tree sale, so I'm sure
That's
that did
exactly what it
That's
was.
what put it over the top.
Oh man.
I don't know if he was giving him or taking him, but
Well, I'll pet sing. I won't take it out on you. I love your bar. Best bar up there. The only competition they have with Shamrock Jacks is the Point Pleasant. It's the Point Pleasant Firehouse itself.
that rivals, right? That rivals it.
Of course.
All right, so we're down
Here
here.
we go.
This is Kentucky Derby night, Billy. I thought this was going to start at 8 to 10, and I was going to be able to watch the Derby. It looks like it's going to be a little muddy. If you look at that picture right that we're looking at right now, it looks awfully wet at the Derby. Now, we don't race when it's wet like that, but these Derby horses got to get out there. They don't have a choice, right?
Nothing stops
We can cancel. They can't cancel the Derby.
Not at all. I mean, I guess that really levels the playing field there. I mean, if you had journalism, I don't know if you want to rescind your pet.
I don't know if he's a mutter.
Yeah.
So
Do you have any stake in the horse today? I mean, I know you got some.
I had Rodriguez because that was my horse's authentic son. But then he got scratched. So I don't have that kind of stake in it, but I got enough clams on the rest of it that I'm pretty interested. That it was tough coming here and not watching it on the big screen at home. But anyway,
beautiful day out there today. Paul had to. He had to leave Fire Island to get.
Yeah. Not a bad day out there today, but
real windy.
it's windy
Yeah,
out
sure.
there. At least it's sunny, right? So we're getting ready. How many weeks out are we, Billy?
It's kind of weird.
How many weeks away are we?
I'd say 5, but I think it's 6 because we have a late Memorial Day this year. Or
That's
early
right.
Memorial Day with a pause in there, which is kind of strange.
Yeah, so it's actually Lyndhurst ends up to be almost a week later than regular. So I was trying to figure out the last bunch of Lyndhurst drills. You can go and look them up. I don't know how many teams on average there's been, but you would think maybe with the extra week, you might get a couple extra teams out there.
Yeah, we've been talking to some of these teams out there. Some guys got a hold of me after I put it out there, and a lot of teams are out there already. I know I've seen Port Washington out there, Termites in Westbury. They're out there trying out the new track at Denton Avenue. That's a good talking point for the night too. We got Nassau County get another track back, which would be fun to have.
Oh yeah, well let's talk about that a little bit. So, are they planning on any drills out there at in New Hyde Park or anything yet, or no?
Not this year. I don't think it's in the works, but once we get it broken in, I'm sure next year we'll look.
If anybody has
look for
seen
something.
those pictures online, so they repaved the track. Now, first of all, that arch. First of all,
look at
that track had its own persona, which is one of the things you like in racing, right? You want a track with a little persona. That track had its own persona. You had the little dip here, but then when you got to the arch,
Yeah,
arch was a little tall.
I have a little belly too compared to that dip.
Yeah, exactly.
It was
But-
a big dip.
Well, that matches the big arch, right? That arch. What's the rules for the arch? 24. That thing had to be
21
26
flat,
feet. If you climbed first in 3-man right there and you didn't know what was coming and you were going to get off, it was not going to be easy, right?
Yeah, that's the tallest arch there is.
Yeah, it was like an extra step to step on that arch and get off. But they repaved the track, and one of the things everybody's been talking about is at the hydrant area, there's a curb, right? So I don't know in the future going forward, are they going to do something about that curb? Because it looks like it comes right after the hydrant, and it's almost in the line. If the hydrant man missed, he might be able to hit the curb.
Yeah. Just telling you right now.
Oh, I know.
Don't believe the pictures. You get there and you go to the actual track and you see it. There's plenty of room there. It's actually bigger than it was before, which is.
I have to say, you're right. I have to say, when you saw that video that was put out there, it looked like that was all good to go. No, but it looked like it was okay, right? And one thing we talk about racing, one thing that you want to have back, let's have another track, right? It seems like often we're running out of tracks. It would be great to have just another track, someplace consistent that you can go to that's reliable. And if they can build that in there right there, that's going to be good for racing overall.
I tell you, Danny Solano really took the bull by the horns here. Once it started getting going, they just had a brand new pump put in over there. So they're doing a lot of work on it, and they're really upgrading it. They striped the track. We're getting ready to do the three-man side. It's a totally different place than the last time. You remember they paved both sides. It's gonna be a great track. So
all right. Well, that sounds good. How many teams are over there practicing?
We got Port and Manhasset put together. Us and the Termites, Car Place practices there as well. I don't think they're out yet. Yeah, I haven't heard from them yet.
One of the big things in racing is places to practice and places to have drills. I mean, they become so minimal. When you look across the state, there's so few places that you can have a drill anymore that it's become an issue. And the fact that we can pave one and maybe have one come back, I think that's a positive.
Good stuff. Yeah.
No matter what.
We're getting a couple of comebacks this year. We'll get into that later on too, as well.
Yeah, no doubt about it. So
tonight we're here to help out our officials here from Suffolk County. We had a fundraiser back in the fall because the Rangers in the playoffs last year kind of screwed up the early.
That doesn't screw nothing up.
How'd that work out? But President's Cup.
It was better than this year.
Well, that was last year.
It happens.
Anyway, so they pushed it back to the fall. We had 3 guests. We already have more than that right now, which is I gotta say, they're pretty happy over here in Suffolk County.
One thing that these fundraisers go for, of course, is timing equipment. The timing trucks and timing equipment. And over the years, things have changed, and the timing equipment has actually come down to be a lot more compact than it used to be, and we can fit it in a smaller space. And we need a new timing truck, whether it's Nassau, Suffolk, or whatever. And I know they're working together to get that. So these fundraisers go for that. So if you're out there and you want to come down and donate and help out, come on down to Fatty McGee's. We're going to be here all night.
It'd be nice if they had a Venmo or something, like a chip in there to do for us. I don't know what Suffolk County has. Sorry about that. I was trying the further mic away thing. I learned that in the wintertime, but apparently it's not working.
I can't read that from over here.
What?
What's it say?
Oh my gosh. Good afternoon.
We're going to go to Las Vegas.
Las Vegas. Roger TK checking in.
Oh, nice.
How are you out there?
Great time in Vegas when we raced out there.
I was just talking about that this morning. I was talking to a guy at work we were at Smith's Point talking about racing, and just what a great time that was. I mean, so who raced out there? We had Oyster Bay, Roslyn, you guys, Patchogue, Selden, and Bayport? Is that the
yeah, so
six?
Yeah, it was 6 of us went out. Yep, Roslyn, Oyster Bay, Selden, Bayshore, Bayport, Patchogue. Am I missing somebody? It was a great time. I mean, they didn't know, I don't think, what to expect when we went out there, so we kind of had to set up that arch and that whole scenario by ourselves. And a lot of guys worked long hours to get it ready to go that night. But yeah, we had a couple tournaments, and it was a great experience. The coolest thing is when you're flying to Vegas, but when you see your trucks come down the strip on the back of that trailer, yeah, that's pretty cool, right? Totally outside the box of anything you would have thought about. And listen, we're not getting paid to do this. You want to try to do as many cool things as you can, right? We raced in Vermont. That was unbelievable. We raced in Vegas. I know they raced in Pennsylvania in the 70s, right? Bunch of teams went down to Florida for spring break one time.
I had no idea they raced down in Florida. That's pretty wild, too.
Yeah. I think that was like Patchogue, Wyandanch. I don't know who else was involved in that, but yeah, a bunch of teams went down there to Florida and they raced. I think it was during spring break. I mean, you can't beat that, right? If I have to say, hey, Billy, I'm going to sign you up and you're 25 years old, where you want to go race, and I say spring break, you're going to say, okay.
Yeah, there's a magnet in that truck.
Yeah, exactly.
It tracks everything.
Yeah, it does. So, yeah, it's good to get out. Speaking of that, it's funny. I was talking to PJ from Clayton earlier, and he was telling me that there's this show in Michigan called the Bob and Tom Show. And the Bob and Tom Show, I mean, completely random, right?
Of course. Is that what they do?
I don't, yeah. Well, if you're in Clayton, I guess you can get all sorts of things like Toronto and Winnipeg and Ottawa, and they get something from Michigan up there. And the Bob and Tom Show, random, starts talking about a backwards Corvette that's a drag car. And so these other guys aren't believing it.
Oh,
and they're saying, what are you talking about? And they look it up, and they go all the way down to, yes, it's a Long Island Fire Department that ran this reversed Corvette as a drag car.
How about that? Yeah, it all came up there. They brought up Fireman's Racing in
Hey.
Michigan, you know?
So he was saying he's a good idea. Somebody should send the Bob and Tom Show some pictures of the Corvette and then kind of explain what we're doing, right?
Yeah, let's get it
That's
out there.
pretty cool.
They're in the Motor City area out there. Maybe they can
Right.
fire up a backwards Ford or something, or a backwards
Exactly.
Chevy.
Exactly. And when you think about it, you know, the more people, the amount of people they reach today with this social media, I mean, who knows what that can, you know, turn into. So shout out to the Bob and Tom Show and the Lindenhurst Snails and the Backwards Corvette. You know, that's another thing. We always talk about these we're into the cookie cutter era of racing trucks.
Oh, yeah.
But back in the day, when you talk about the style of these trucks and everything, right? You talk about the El Caminos and all these different trucks. And today it's, you know, hey, you got to get the Louis truck. And, you know, God bless Louis, gone and all. But the way he built those trucks was amazing.
We had no Willys. That was our RC truck. And it did well for us. I mean, you can see some of those ones that come out on the those websites where people are selling them on the auction sites. And
think about, I mean, B trucks are what they are, right? So you got to pick up and you could do what you could do. And you could, over the years, you make it whatever you make it. But that C truck was always something different, right? You look at Dexter upstate, and they have the back cut off, and you look at all these old C trucks.
that was the Ramblers.
The Ramblers, yeah.
That's a wild-looking truck.
Hey,
I know Lake Placid used to, they welded all those steps on the front because they had no B truck. They'd run those other events off that.
yeah, you would run motorhose too with them, right? With
Yeah.
the C truck. We did that a couple times at the Deerfield invite.
That looked like something out of a Mad Max movie. You know, just put some bow and arrows sticking out the side.
But that C truck had always these different looks that wasn't the same all the way through. Today it's a little different, but if anybody gets an opportunity to go back and look at all those C trucks, I mean, the difference is Lindenhurst alone had their own. They have a page of different C trucks on their own.
Just go into their snail house. As you walk down those stairs, they got bits and pieces of all those trucks. Parts of the old backwards Corvette are hanging on the wall in there as well. It's a wild place. The Wedge, I mean, the six-wheel truck, they had
Six-wheel, the
so
Wedge,
many different
backwards
things.
Corvette, yep. No doubt. They were doing it all. And you're right, that snail house back in the day. How about the gold? Remember the gold room back in the snail house way after the trill?
Just think about that. They had live broadcasts.
This is what I was
up
going to
there.
go to.
Yeah.
Go ahead, talk about it.
They used to have it in the parade, after the parade, all the call it the gold room for all you chiefs and that kind of people, commissioners. They would invite them up, and it overlooks it's on top of the snail house. There's a big plate glass window. You can see it up there, and best view in the house. And they piped in the tournament right live into there on a TV. This was back in the 80s and 90s. They did this long before we were doing this over here.
Nobody ever thought that that's what you could do, and they were doing it before that, right, Bill? And that's pretty cool. But that snail house back in the day, like you had to get in there, you got to show ID, like who are you? You know, I guess to get into the gold room. I mean, those are days gone by, you know. But good times, good times.
Still a good place. I stopped by there after the Lindenhurst St. Patrick's Parade. That was a great time over there. They went back there, stopped there, had a couple pops with them, and then we ended up in, at the Knocker House afterwards and finished the night over there with Scotty Rice. Good to see him.
What a great
60th
time.
birthday boy for him coming up there the other day, right?
Yeah, well, it just passed.
Yeah, 60 years of Scott Rice on the planet.
Yep. Future president of the state, first vice president Scott Rice, 60.
Woo!
I don't know how he got so old. It's crazy.
It's a lot older than you, right?
Used to be young with me, and now he got old.
When do you hit that number?
It's going to be forever. I don't think it's happening.
Hey, the next Manfest is going to be a big one out there. If you're counting Manfest.
Yeah, I love Manfest.
Danny turns 60 this year.
That's right.
We're going to have to push
That's
it.
right.
Push the envelope. Maybe we get 2 buses this year. Right? We could have a lot of fun up there for all you people out
So
there.
we're here at the Fatty McGee's. If you're out there listening, you're local, come on down. Beers are flowing. They have food. They have a raffle. They got Suffolk County officials. Their big fundraiser right here. We're looking at the Kentucky Derby going off at about 7:02.
7? That's
yeah.
late. Usually it's like what, 6:30?
I had this conversation earlier. So we were saying at one time,
6:24? Yeah.
at one time the Derby's like at 4:50, and then it was in the 5s, and now what's it going to go to 9 o'clock? They're going to do it under the lights.
Maybe they do it on 2 different days, like the NFL draft does 3 days now.
They do a good job at that too. I don't agree with all the picks, but they did a good job right there.
Yeah.
We should have a racing draft, right? Come up with a list of people that are out there racing. And who would be number 1? Who would be number 2? Who's going to go to round 6 that thought they were going to be number 1? That would be the one, right?
Who's Mr. Irrelevant? I might fit that bill.
Yeah, you might.
All right, last bucket carrier. Yes.
Be hose hydrant.
Yeah.
Yeah. If you put that on tape, you might be Mr. Irrelevant. So this is kind of like a preview show, right? So we're gonna do a little preview of what's coming up this year. There's been a couple changes. Not everything stayed status, right?
Let's take a quick look at the schedule here.
You look at you got your book all ready.
It's a little bit different.
All your
schedule
stats
this
are
year.
out here.
Yeah. We start the year off. The juniors start the year off actually for us, which is something.
When you know what I think I saw that, I said it had to be the first ever.
Could be.
I've never seen the juniors lead off the season because it used to be mastic. It was always old fashioned, right?
Uh-huh.
For how many years? I don't know if Bobby Hewitt's in the house tonight, but Bobby Hewitt, I see him every time I walk in here. But mastic, and he's an East Islip Guzzler, but he also raced for mastic, climbed for mastic for a bunch of years. They were leading it off with the old fashioned drill.
Then we had a couple of charity drills we did a couple years early before Leonard.
Did they? Was there?
In the 90s. You were around for that.
And now, for the first time ever, I think that a junior drill is going to actually lead off the season, right?
Yeah, that's on the actual June 1st. That's a Sunday. It'll be at the.
So June, the way June's falling, June 1st is going to be on a Sunday.
Yeah.
So the juniors, is that the Lindenhurst drill?
That's Lindenhurst on the 7th.
So Lindenhurst is going to get it in on that day, and then a week later on the 7th would be, I guess, the Lindenhurst invite, right? So where does it take us after that?
West Sable's the first one, and then we go to Lindenhurst. So.
Oh, West Sable's the junior drill?
Yeah, how about that?
And Lindenhurst is going to be on
Lindenhurst.
Sunday.
Yeah,
Okay.
there you go.
So West Sable is going to open it up on the 1st of June. Okay. Nice track for the juniors over there in West Sable. And then Lindenhurst
On the 7th.
being pushed back. Now, with all the upheaval that's gone over the winter, you hope, what is it going to look like? How many teams are going to be there? I don't know if you have any predictions or whatever, but I don't know are people going to be ready? I think it is a Nassau and Suffolk point tournament, if I'm correct. I believe so. So you would think that maybe you'd get a little bit more, but I know people have been struggling to get out there so far. And the weather's been horrendous, so that's a problem.
Yeah, it has been lousy. But teams I've talked to from out here, I've talked to Miller Place, talked to Hagerman, talked to Farmerville. They've all been on the track. They're out there getting after it. So you're right. Like you say, another 6 days to get ready for with the 7th, the late start for latest it could possibly be, obviously, for the
Right.
Lindenhurst drills.
And when you leave Lindenhurst, where are we going next?
Lindenhurst, then we got the parade that day, obviously.
We'll talk about parades in a little bit.
I was just, well, we'll see that. Following week, we go to North Belmore for the invite down at the Merrick track. It was a fun time there. Good hose track. Turned into a really good efficiency track now, too, as well. So lots to be seen there. Still, it's still a Nassau pump track.
No, I know. Yeah, exactly. We've talked about that a lot, about what can we do to make pump at least equal across the state. And
I just think it is what it is. It's like you say, every track has their own nuance. So
I know. I'm not.
it's just too bad. I mean, you go there, you can't. You don't even know what a good shot is. Is it a 6.3 good? Is
Yeah,
it
exactly.
6.4 good today?
Well, I think if you're running those tracks, and you run a 6.4, you're going back to the camp happy. You're almost
yeah.
guaranteed to score.
No doubt about it.
So week 2 is going to be over in North Belmore. Then what are we doing after that?
Week 3, we go to Baldwin for the B truck drill. That's we did it last year. It was a lot of fun. They run that as it's a charity drill.
Right.
I don't know who they've chosen yet. I'll talk to John before we get going, and hopefully he can get the 2,600 RPMs on his B truck this year. Maybe we'll see that on the track. But no, they do it as a fundraiser. Last year they donated the proceeds to County Gas. My Hodgeman chief, who got burned up at the fire academy, really good job by Baldwin. They do a nice job. If you can get out that weekend, come on down. The food's great. All the proceeds go towards the charity they pick, and it's always somewhere fire related, racing related. along the lines of the St. James.
And when you
Wildcat.
talk about that beat truck drill, just give us a little rundown. So that's a drill that it's going to be combination of the beat truck races, and you're going to have old-fashioned teams there as well.
Sure, and it's not like one of our drills. It's not super competitive. It's more like a muster fun type day because you go out there and have some fun. You're not running C trucks. We're not running for county points. We're not running for state points. Anything along those lines. Just come out, have a good time, and you don't have to cook. It's like old school. You buy your tickets and you go over there. and You get a hot dog for 2 tickets or a hamburger for 3 tickets or whatever they got.
All right, so it's a little charity, and I like the fact that they give it the money away, right?
And they have a band. The band comes.
Oh yeah.
They had.
All right.
Southbound was there last year.
Oh, nice.
They're a great band, big country.
Really
western
good band.
And
Yes.
I'm sure they spent more on that band than they did on Kenny. or someone had a favor to call in. But anyway, like I said, Baldwin does a really great job. Hoping that we can get a nice turnout down there. It's a good, like I said, it's more of a fun afternoon, like a muster atmosphere. It's a lot of fun.
What's a muster atmosphere?
You know, like when we were kids, it was like going to Spencer. Where we used to go, Stevenstown, upstate. Yeah, you bring the beer rig out there, you run one shot with that, or Greenport even, like something like that.
I don't know if that was a muster. That was just
You know what I'm saying? It's not
soda pop racing.
It's not exactly. Let's
All right,
call
so-
it what it is. Following week, we head out to Selden for the invite. That's the 28th of June. That's a Saturday.
All right, so is that the last drill in June?
Last drill in June. That's
That'll be
12
Suffolk County
start.
points. Then what comes?
Well, we got to see if Selden's pump holds up this year.
So, that's so funny you say that because that is actually something you could probably bet on. But looking at the Derby right now,
I think you got better odds.
I already know Chris Murphy's bet. Just saying. Listen, not the best thing for CI, but when that roof came off, that was. I don't know. We have excuse me, security.
So someone called Elvis Duran. The vanilla ice cream bandit is here.
Those are glorified pants.
Are those pants or shorts?
Those are
What
culottes. Those are culottes.
Culottes.
No doubt about it.
Did women wear those or men or both?
What?
Or is it like in between back in the day?
I counted 47 pockets in those shorts, just so you know.
It's nice of our host here, Billy Edsel, the president of Suffolk County Drill Officials. He puts us on his tab,
On his dime.
knowing that we're stuck over here because it's just me and you and we can't get away from this thing. He's like, I offered it to you.
Can't even wave anybody down for a beer.
Exactly.
What was your guys' price tonight? Oh, it's $2.50.
No, we actually didn't even get a chance to buy one because I bought the first round.
We sent it with Phil, and he put it in his pocket. He couldn't find which pocket he put it in.
Oh man, he just wanted to show off his shorts.
I think he's captain of the Schlagers actually this year, coming back.
Oh, good.
I think they're running an ice cream truck.
All right, so that's going to take us through June with the Selden invite.
Then we're getting serious, right? Then what we got? Joe Hunter?
Now we start getting better. We get the All-Star game at the Joe Hunter Memorial. It'll be on July 3rd. Independence Day Eve. It's on a Thursday.
Yep.
So do some racing, and then you get the rest of the weekend off to have some fun.
Yeah, that's always a great drill. We're gonna talk about the teams in a little bit, and you bring in the top 10 right there from the previous state drill, and
We'll get
always
to
a great night.
We'll get these all out there eventually.
All right, then where we go, and then it's county time, right?
How we doing? What are we doing, Steve?
What happened?
I don't know. I'm bouncing here.
What happened? The counties are next.
I can't hear you.
What?
I can't hear you.
Oh. Are you okay?
I don't know. Hey, maybe this one's better.
I'll continue.
Yeah.
Yeah, you got to talk up. So the Suffolk County drill is going to be on Saturday the 12th.
Yes, you gotta.
Are you having a heart attack? I'll get an ambulance. I don't know what you're doing.
I don't know what to do here. Could you guys hear me? If you guys can hear me,
Somebody offered you a Big Mac? I don't know what's going on.
No, not at all. We'll talk about that later as well. Yeah, so we got the third is the Joe, and then we go 9 days later. We race at the Suffolk County Drill. Where's that this year?
I was reading that the juniors are actually first one other time.
Where's Suffolk County this year?
I have no idea. 2008, the juniors ran first. Same type of scenario.
Oh,
Artie
really?
Murray just chimed in.
Oh, this is better. All right.
All right, what do you got? Come on. You're falling apart. What's up?
No, not at all. I'm good now. So.
Half a guy Legio showed up.
Yeah, but the other half.
You got to get smaller shirts.
Oh my gosh! I'll borrow your old ones there, the other guy.
Yeah, give Billy your old ones.
You'll be back. Don't worry. don't get rid of those.
Right? It's so true about all of us. That's the thing.
All right. So
The person that can keep it going is that's the winner right there.
So Suffolk
You got
County
to lose
Drills.
it, keep it.
Oh, that's on July 12th. Then we found that day, same day, Seabreeze invite.
You
starts,
need a better mic. I
starts,
can't even hear you.
The Western. I mean, it's.
If he held it any closer to his mouth, he'd be eating
Yeah,
it.
I'd be in a movie.
There you go. Take that.
All right, let's try
That's
this
a
one.
little bit better.
Anyway, so then.
Nope, not much. I don't know. Where do you want me to go?
Seabreeze, same day as the
Oh,
Suffolk
so
County
now
Drills.
that's the Western opening day, right?
Yeah, there you go.
Is that the Western opening day every year, Seabreeze?
I believe so.
I think it is as well.
Sounds about right. So Suffolk County and Seabreeze, same day. That's on the 12th. Following weekend, 19th. That'll be actually the 18th. We have the main transit night drill.
Well, that's the Friday night drill, right?
Friday
So the
night drill.
Friday night drill is a big one up there in Main Transit. You know, they talk about it all the time, but I think there's a couple maybe Long Island teams going state tournaments there in Main
Yeah.
Transit this year, and I think Bayshore might be going to that drill.
There's been some rumors of it.
Yeah, and I mean, from what they say, the Friday night drill in Main Transit, I mean, the crowd is off the charts.
And you got to buy your tickets in advance for that thing because you're not getting a ticket at the door.
Oh yeah, they don't let you in. They say,
sell
no, you
out.
can't come in. Is that what they say?
I don't know, but they say
You can hear this noise in your neighborhood, but you can't come in.
That's right.
All right, I like that.
2,000 seats, I guess they sell out for that. You know, the whole
No,
place
I
is
heard.
packed.
I heard it's really good. So kudos to Main Transit for doing that on Friday. That's one I would like to attend. I always wanted to attend Point Pleasant. Went there one time. I really enjoyed it. I would like to go to that Friday night drill. Maybe I'm going to go this year. Maybe we bring the radio show.
I'd love to bring
We
that.
get a microphone that works for you. We go up there. We'll do it really well.
All right. Following day, that. Oh, hang on. I got you ready. They do have it. Hold on a sec.
Musical mics.
Hey, why not
That's better.
start the season off the way we begin?
What's up?
Suffolk County is going to be at Hagerman this year, by the way.
Are you out of sorts right now?
Well, I just got.
Well, we went to the county, and
Well, I
then
figured
after the
the
county, I think is going to be
I
CI,
figured the
right?
Suffolk guy would have known where the Suffolk
No, I
County
think
Drill
after the
would be.
county is going to be CI, right?
Yes, yeah, there we go.
I'll put it on my computer.
There we go. I like
So
that.
when you think CI invite, what do you think every year?
I think of
When it comes time, what I'm talking about is when it comes time to the CI invite.
it's game time. Let's
Right.
Let's
I
get
agree
going.
with you. I agree with you on that. So after the Nassau County drill, where's the Nassau County drill?
Suffolk County Drill's in Hempstead.
Hempstead.
At Disney World. So
After the Nassau County drill, we're going to go to the CI invite, and then right after that, the CI invite is going to be the Junior State Championship.
it was a fun day. It was a good tournament
Yep.
last year. And,
Yep. Competitive. Leonardhurst finally wins. Gets
Oh.
off the schneid right there.
and you know, Bayshore breaking the record was their own curse that day.
You think Bayshore could bring the trophy back, but they couldn't do it.
Well, they took their hose. So what are they gonna do?
So CI, and then we're going to Hempstead. And when you get the CI, the countdown is on, right?
Oh yeah.
The CI drill, and going back as far as you've been racing, you're an old guy. As far as you've been racing, when you get to CI, it's like now is the time, right? You're going to put yourself up there to see where you're at.
Yep.
You know, and it doesn't always work out, maybe a bad day or whatever, but that's where you measure yourself at the CI invite. And then you go to Hempstead, you got to play a little Disneyland. Now, to me, if the state tournament is not in Hempstead,
Nope.
right? It's kind of crazy because you're getting that water and then you got to go race somewhere else where you don't have the water. Though this year, Main Transit's water is really well, really good.
It's going to stack up pretty good with me.
Yeah, I agree. So it's not so
except for motor
bad.
bump. But yeah.
But you go to Hempstead there, and then how about Spencerport? They throw their drill right in there on that day as well. This year, I think we got, 4 or 5 teams racing up in Western,
Yep.
and a lot of talent in Western.
Yep.
You're talking about Henrietta combining with Seabreeze. That's going to benefit, obviously, them again. You got Point Pleasant, which we already know. We've seen them the last few years. And Spencerport on the rise.
Sure. And obviously, Josh doing a great job up there as well. Good to see him. I mean, he's a game changer up there. Any event, anytime, he can get it done.
And you got, of course, Main Transit. Main Transit always throws up those runs, competitive in a bunch of races.
And I think Seabreeze is getting Eric Munt back, and congratulations in order for him. He's got a brand new baby boy he just had. So Good looking out there, Eric Munt.
All right. And then that's going to lead us to the state championship. And the state championship
Right. Hey, we're back.
going to be in Main Transit this year on the 17th. On the 16th. And looking forward to that.
There's 2 parades we missed, Paul.
We'll get back to the parades. But the state championship in Main Transit, I mean,
That's
the
always
history
always
that
a big
goes
one.
on in Main Transit. One thing you could always say about Main Transit is consistency. The track's going to be consistent. The pump house is going to be consistent. Everything you do is going to be there ready to go.
You used to be able to say that about CI, too.
I was going in.
New York State Championship is going to be a good day. It's a 10 o'clock start this year. I love the 10 o'clock start.
Yeah.
Why
And
not?
then you start coming down the mountain. You got the Point Pleasant Invitational Drill after that, Hagerman, Labor
Town
Day,
of
West Hampstead, Labor Day, and, of course, the huge Town of Babylon Drill
And the town of
that
Islip
ends
in there
the
as well.
season every year.
The town of
That's always a
Babylon.
lot of fun.
Are we going to have it this year? I mean, last year we just turned that into a block party at the Snail House.
Yeah, right. I think that's what they should do. Remember we used to play the game where you roll the dice? We should do that one time for a drill.
Just roll the dice.
Just roll the dice.
Whoever
Like,
wins
who are
gets-
you going to
gets
be? I'll be
trophies.
Franklin Square. Who are you going to be? Well, just roll the dice.
Oh, like Stratomatic
Square
racing.
shooters.
Stratomatic racing here.
Yeah, Stratomatic Racing. Absolutely. So you were talking about parades, Billy. Parades are making a comeback.
Oh, yeah, we're looking
I don't
at
even
some
think
fun.
you understand the ramifications of what's going on.
I know. I've heard some of them in
So after
I've
East
heard-
Farms,
I've heard
after
there's a
East
pulse.
after East Farmingdale's big win at the state parade last year, things have changed a lot. And I just, and in all honesty, not fooling around, just want to give a shout out to the parade officials. They are on board with everything, and they had to actually accept the fact that things were going to change dramatically, and they have been very supportive. It is not going to look like it ever looked before. I think things are going to be more competitive, a little bit better. And they are, like I said, they're on board, and I can't give them enough credit for seeing what was going on and making the change. I have to say,
Oh, obviously.
because, you know, and listen, we're racing guys. We go back, we make fun of this stuff forever, and there's no doubt that that's where we've always put our eggs, was in the racing side of it. And if we had to parade, we paraded. But parades are a huge part of the history of what we do. That's the
course.
thing. And whether it's across Suffolk County and Nassau County, it is imperative that we keep these things going, you know, as best we can. And I think we've made some improvements.
I'll tell you, like, you and I both started, pretty much every tournament had a parade that went
Had
along
a
with it.
parade. These guys
And
that
these-
are.
and the parades, let me tell you, people, it wasn't just a parade. I mean, if you had the parade after the tournament, it was great. You won a trophy or two. It was hard to win trophies back in the 90s, early 80s, or in any area. Hard to win a trophy. But you put it on top of your truck, you feel all proud. And you go to the block party, and they'd have a band, they'd have a DJ, and you would get all the local talent there, and it was a lot of fun.
No doubt about it. We would actually drive
How
out
many guys here met their girlfriends and wives at these
at
block parties
parades. You're 100% correct
that we
about
don't
that.
have anymore.
No, I know. But the funny part is people today will complain, oh, we got 3 parades. 3 parades? What are you talking about? We are paraded every weekend.
9 or 10 parades.
And most of the time it was before the drill, and then they started having after the drill. And it got, you know, a little complicated, but we were still doing it. You were required to do it.
And it was a lot of fun.
At the end of the day, it was a lot of fun. But, you know, we love to complain about those things. But I think parading, especially based on the fact that we have so little right now.
Yeah, and we shortened them, too.
And
we've
shortened
taken a half a
them.
mile off the parade route.
Less sets are going to be judging. The judges are going to work together in tandems.
So what kind of changes are in the books at the
Well, that's what I'm
that the average non-parade, regular spectator is going to notice, Paul?
Okay, so what we did, one thing we noticed was that at the end of the parades is where most people are going to sit there and watch their families and stuff like that. Summertime, we're not seeing a lot of people standing out there for the parades, but they usually see the people that are supporting the people that are there at the end of the parade. So one thing we did is that if you're 500 feet past the last judging stand, you're allowed to blow the sirens, you know, all those things that you would do in a regular parade that wasn't judged,
okay.
you can partake in. So all those things are going to be part of it. A little bit more fan-friendly, if you want to talk like that.
Can we throw candy to the kids? anymore?
I think is candy, but if somebody chokes you, get sued. No, you can do the candy, I guess.
I remember I loved that as a kid. They'd throw candy to you and everything.
Yeah,
Blow
that's
the
so.
horns.
And we're gonna have a judging box, Billy. So if you're outside that box where you get judged and you wave to your child or something like that, you're not gonna be penalized for those things.
Wow. Wow, it's like the trapezoid in hockey.
Yep.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah, so it's going to be all inside the box, which is where everybody wants to be.
Exactly.
So the parades are going to change, and I think it's going to take a little bit. And because we have so few, I think it's going to take a little time for people to get up to speed with it. But once they are, I think everybody's going to love it. I'm not even worried about it. And I'll say it one more time. I think the people that are involved in the parade side of this have been phenomenal.
But one thing I say about parades is this. Everyone talks bad about the parades. I went to 6 different parades for St. Patrick's Day, and I saw more racing guys at these parades than I see at our own parades. So don't tell me that we can't make parading fun and beneficial and the host can make a lot of money. There's a lot of room there to get it going again.
You're right, 100%. And that's what we're trying to do. We're trying to make it a little bit more fun, a little bit less stingy. And
What spectator wants to watch the same truck, the same guys? No one can talk. No, you have to be regimented. Like we're an army unit coming by.
And that's still going to be the way it is in the judging box. But outside that judging box, you should be allowed to say hello to your family and do those things.
That's good.
So that's basically the parade deal.
We can start there. I mean, we're not the '60s anymore. When they always talk about problems, we're not that unit anymore. We're not that generation. It's not us anymore.
Yeah, things are changing. You're right. So this is basically supposed to be a preview show. So if we were going to actually do a preview,
all right,
what would we say? So we'd say, hey, let's look who raced last year and let's talk about what they might be doing this year, right?
Some changes coming up, that is for sure. But it's a little early right now. I mean, the way the schedule worked out, we're kind of stuck to this date. Would have been nice to have done it maybe not that week between Lindenhurst and Memorial Day, but that didn't work out. A lot of guys are going away for the last weekend off before the summer, so here we are. So a lot of teams haven't got in yet, or they don't even know where they're going yet as it is. So we'll just start with what we got.
When you say here we are at Fatty McGee's for the Suffolk County Drill Team Captain Association. Their officials.
The officials are running.
The Suffolk County officials are having their fundraiser tonight. If you're around local and want to get out of the sun because you've been baked a little bit, come on down to Fatty McGee's.
Yeah, I see Billy Etzel over there. He's running a nice desert over here. He's good at that. These Suffolk officials running a good desert. I'm glad they put us on the tab.
And he's alive.
He's alive. Oh, that's something. So did you hear about him?
And the guy next to him's alive.
Did you hear what happened to that guy?
No. They're alive.
We're not going to be if we don't get anything to drink over here.
That could be a problem.
Just get me an Uncle Billy. He knows.
When it's on the arm for them, it's difficult, I guess, to bring it over.
I know, it is. It is.
Can't walk that far.
I mean, they can't walk that far. Billy's got an excuse. I get it.
So we're down here for the Suffolk officials and supporting them.
You maybe get the president over here to say a couple words.
Yeah, new timing truck on the horizon.
I heard it's going to be great. I mean,
who is the president of Suffolk officials?
Is it
Billy?
Is it Billy?
Well, get him over here. He's got to give a welcome, right?
He's scared. He talks a good game, except for when it's time to get on.
He's
the
got to
mic.
come over here and give a welcome.
I think he's scared. Don't yell. Don't exert yourself, man. We need you.
Gene will come over.
Oh no.
He'll give the same speech we saw in the magazine.
I just wanted one thing for the volunteer service when you got in. Just give me a sticker that says I can use the HOV lane of an active valve. One little thing. You think Gene could have come through with
That's
that.
what you wanted?
And now he just got on the vanilla ice cream kick. So Phil Dara gets on the Elvis Duran show the other day defending vanilla ice cream versus chocolate. I don't know how that works.
It's undefendable. It's not even defendable.
It's not even close. The Carvel guys called us today asking to speak to you about this.
They go on vacation, they use the old videotape.
All right.
That videotape was that thing about 3 or 4 years old.
So are those shorts.
What they say up there? Did they say it was?
No, they said you look spectacular. I know. No, I know. You're winning. You're winning 5-1 on the votes of how good you look in those shorts. If you turn a little bit more profile, it really gets good. There it is.
Hey, that's years of Carvel and Mr. Softy right there. That was chocolate or was that vanilla off the truck? Do you know they use vanilla ice cream in the chocolate?
Yes. That's how they make the donuts. I'm waiting for Billy Etzel to come over here and welcome everybody in.
Hey, we need the boss over here.
Lieutenant.
Oh, here he comes. Another guy. It's a half a man from the last time.
He's going to take mine.
Hi, Billy. Billy Etzel's going to join me here. Throw these cans on, Bill. So we can hear what we're doing. Have with us right now our reigning president of Suffolk County Drill Team Captains Association.
Welcome, everybody.
Association, the drill officials, I'm sorry.
Welcome, everybody. Hope everybody comes down and has a good time. We'll be here till 8 o'clock. Thanks to the radio show for being here.
How many guests are we up to, Billy? Are we over 3?
Huh?
Are we over 3 guests? Are we over 3 guests on the guest list?
We're over 3 guests from last year, yeah.
That's a bonus.
And we even got Bill Callahan from upstate. He brought his lovely wife, too.
Oh, my gosh. That's terrible. Boy, oh, boy. All right, so Bill, you had a trying fall. It's good to have you back with us. It's just on a serious note. A couple friends of mine after you, they got checked out, and people, if you're my age, get your heart checked out. It's not going to hurt you. And Billy went through it. Thank God some people were there, and they did the right thing, got him back for us, and glad to have you here with us, Billy. But heart health, very important. I was at work the other day. Fellow worker of mine, he wasn't responding. I climbed up, looked down the hole. He was slumped in there. I went in, and we couldn't save George Malonis, but we tried like hell, and did everything we could. Didn't come back.
Yeah.
Just get yourself checked out. It's just letting you know that it's just from me to you. A couple of friends of mine, they had it done too. They had stents put in. And like I'm saying, just glad to have you with us, Bill.
It's good to be here. It's good to be here.
I'll save the good jokes for Lindenhurst. I won't bring those out today.
Well, I'll just say this one note. After I woke up on Saturday, I think the first text I got when I got my phone was this guy to my left. And I think he said that if something would have happened to you, who was going to take over being a red flag guy? And I just want to let you know, Bill, and the rest of the people listening, I don't carry a red flag.
Well,
you know,
I heard you didn't see the white light. I heard you saw a big red flag up there.
I'm not sure about that.
That's why they sent you back.
I'm not sure about that.
They said you got to clean up your act down here before they take you up there.
I think Callahan gives more red flags than I do.
I heard St. Peter said you do a lousy job. Go down there, do a better job of fishing.
This is true.
Before we're going to take you up here.
And all my Nassau County fans, yeah, I know. I got
Well, St. Peter used to race for Nass County. There you go.
I got you.
He's not letting you in there anytime soon.
All right.
So how we doing for the officials this year? We got some new blood coming in, or same old people? For the association, you got any new guys coming in?
Not sure.
You need more members?
Well, we always need new members.
Make
Always.
your pitch right now while you got us here live on the.
Always. Come on down, sign up, be an official. Lori loves you, Shauna loves you. Well,
There
come
you
on
go.
down, yeah.
And
Come
I
on
tell
down.
you guys really do
Add more names to the list so Paul can put them in different places for the state tournament.
we were talking about like maybe having this that week between Memorial Day and the Lindenhurst drill. But when you think about it, you guys start with that West Sable drill that Sunday.
Yeah, June
And
1st.
there's a drill every day from that day forward, right up until before the state tournament. And even then, there's the other things going on. You got the junior championship. So you guys are busy straight through for 2.5